It's your boy Juiceland TV in the building, and I'm back with a reaction. You know what I'm saying, man? I always preach about finding some type of, or just getting my gun rights back. Convicted felons getting their gun rights back. You know what I'm saying? Protecting their family like it should be, because I feel like we shouldn't be the only people that can't have firearms. You know what I'm saying? We just waiting on a motherfucker to come do us something. You know what I'm saying? It was crazy.
Let's return now to our top story, the continuing epidemic of shootings and gun-related deaths in America. From Indiana to Texas to Florida and many other places, communities, families, and individuals are coping today with the aftermath of violence that remains all too routine.
What's down, man? What it do, man? It's your boy Juiceland TV, man, and I'm back with another video, man. So pump your brakes, hold tight. Let me get you right. You get me right. Show your boy some love. Your boy gonna show you some love. You dig? Juiceland TV. Yeah, it's Juiceland TV. Juiceland TV. It's Juiceland TV. What? Juiceland TV. Huh? Juiceland TV. What? Juiceland TV. Alright, man. I know y'all see what's going on here, man. We found somebody on the internet that say all convicted felons, well, not all, but most convicted felons can get their gun rights back, man. When I first seen this, man, I said, no, man, ain't no way, bro. Because I had been trying a lot. You dig? I've been looking up a whole bunch of stuff, but they got something on the internet. Now, a dear friend sent this video to me. You know what I'm saying? I had been looking, I had been striving, but somebody was kind enough to send me a video. I watched it. I kind of analyzed and studied on it a little bit. And yeah, it's official. So I'm gonna go ahead and put the video on, man, and let y'all see what it do for y'all self. You hear me?
So I've been getting a lot of questions about how to get your gun rights restored. What's the process I went through? And I'm trying to be concise, detailed, and give y'all everything y'all need to know in this video. The first question I get is who can do it, what crimes is eligible, what people is eligible, if it can be federal, state, what the law says, 2923-14. That's what y'all want to look up. It says any person prohibited may apply. So if you are a person and you are prohibited from carrying a gun.
All right, man, look, if y'all didn't hear that, I'm going to rewind it back so y'all can hear it. But y'all got to pay close attention to him. You kind of talk a little low, so pay close attention if you want your gun rights back.
-14, that's what y'all want to look up. It says any person prohibited.
My bad, I kind of got it at the end, but I'm going to go ahead and do it over again.
The first question I get is who can do it, what crimes is eligible, what people is eligible, if it can be federal, state, what the law says, 2923-14. That's what y'all want to look up. It says any person prohibited may apply. So if you are a person and you are prohibited from carrying a gun, you can apply. There are a few exceptions. Those are people who are classified as violent career criminals and people who have 2 or more of the same conviction. And it's only a couple convictions that you got to have 2 or more of. It's like robbery and.
Now, I think he said if you are a violent offender and you have only 1 charge like that, then you may be eligible to get your gun license back. But if you have like 3 of the same charges, then it might be over for you. You might have to wait them 10 to 15 years of not getting in trouble at all to get them back. You know what I'm saying?
And gun spec, and a couple other things. You got to read that close because I had people look at it and say, "Oh, my crime not available." Like, what's your crime? I did this. Well, it says you got to do that 2 or more times to be disqualified from relief from disability.
Okay, then.
A little bit more detail about what I did, the steps I took, the process of how I got my rights restored. After I got out of prison, I'm around my family, kin, they got guns, friends got guns, and I'm nervous because I was told that while I'm on PRC or after I get out, I'm not allowed to be around a gun. I'm not allowed to touch a gun. I can't be in the same car as anybody who got a gun. And I'm like, this just ain't fair. So basically what you're saying is I can't hang around my family or they can't have their security with them if we're going to be together.
Or if you have a family, you can't protect your family. Excuse me, y'all. My nose kind of, my that sinus shit going on. But imagine somebody breaking your house. You did, and you ain't got a sticking pin to throw at them. And it's like 2 or 3 niggas, and everybody got guns. What you gonna do? How you gonna fight them off? You gonna have to do what they say, or you just gonna get shot and get killed. Now you're dead. Now you can't protect your family. You see what I'm saying?
That one right. So I got to looking it up, got into the laws, found this. The first thing I did was I contacted an attorney, and the attorney was like, "No, we can't do it. You got to get your record expunged."
Ain't that a bitch?
Another attorney I talked to said, "We can put in a petition for relief from disability, but it's going to cost you 2 bands." I was like, dang, 2 bands? I ain't got that. I just got out the joint, ain't been out that long, got a family. I ain't got 2 bands to drop on this issue. But what he said made me think, relief from weapons disability. Never heard of it, never thought of it, got in Google, type it up, bam, that's when it hit me. 20.
All right, relief. That means you might have to go back to court to get your, you will have to go back to court, but I mean, just get all your paperwork in order, study the law, and go for it. That's all I can tell you.
In a petition for relief from disability, but it's gonna cost you 2 bands. I was like, dang, 2 bands? I ain't got that. I just got out the joint, ain't been out that long, got a family. I ain't got 2 bands to drop on this issue. But what he said made me think, relief from weapons disability. Never heard of it, never thought of it, got in Google, type it up, bam, that's when it hit me. 2923-14 of the Ohio Revised Code. I got in that law, I read it 20, 30 times front and back, made sure that I was eligible. Once I determined that my case was eligible through this course, I'm like, okay, got to do a little bit more research. Kept searching, looked up other cases, other people who went through it, other people got their gun rights back, and I'm like, okay, this is legit. I got to try it. Once I had a good understanding of the law and I knew I was eligible for it, I called down to my county and asked them, hey, I want to file this petition for relief from weapons disability. The first lady I talked to said, no, you can't do that. You got to have a lawyer. Lawyers got to get your record expunged. I'm like, well, I'm looking at this law. The law doesn't say that. She's like, well, you can't do that here. I call back, get somebody else on the phone. She looks it up and she's like, I guess she was a vet. She'd been there for a long time. Took me a while to even get her on the phone. But once I got to talking to the supervisor, she's like, okay, yeah, all you got to do is you come down here to the courthouse and you file it here. All right, so I went down to the courthouse. Like, all right, so where's the paper at? They're like, well, we don't have paper for that. And so how do I file my petition? She's like, well, you're going to write it out. You can either do it here today or you can go home, write it out, and bring it back.
But I want it now.
So instead of me taking a chance and just writing something in a couple boxes or on a piece of paper there, I decided that I want to take my time, do this right. So I went back to the crib, wrote out my petition. This is what it looked like right here. My petition ain't super long, but it's a lot longer than the boxes in the counties that they do have a paper where they're gonna have you fill that out. What I wrote is a lot longer than that. I wanted mine to be clear and concise. I didn't want to have run-on sentence and rambling, but I wanted the judge to get a good understanding of who I was. I told him about my life before prison, told him about the things that I learned in prison that changed me, and I told him about my life after prison. Everything that I wrote in that was to prove that I am currently living a law-abiding life and I don't appear likely to reoffend.
Now, by him saying that, if you're a convicted felon and you trying to get your gun laws restored, and since you've been home, you've been getting in trouble here, you've been getting in trouble there, you had a couple of misdemeanors since you've been home and you're on probation or parole, then I don't know if that's a good look for you. You know, you can still go ahead and try. You know, I would. Oh, but if you're a man who came home from prison and you done took all the steps that you needed to take, you didn't did it through 60, you didn't change your life. Oh, you done got your job, you've been working since you've been home from prison. Oh, you got your a family, you know, everything is on the up and up. You know, you're showing progress from doing what you used to do to doing something better in life. You haven't gotten in trouble. Man, go ahead and try, man. Go ahead and try, man. And when you get that piece of paper and you write, man, you write every good little thing you done and put some proof with that shit, man. You got a good shot in, then your gun license back.
Right.
Cause I tell you, I'm so goddamn about to try. I already been on it. Real talk, I already been on it. So you go ahead and get on it too.
He's a good guy.
I can't stress to you enough how important it is to get really detailed in your letter. Don't leave anything out, because if it's any criminal cases, anything you got anywhere else, the prosecutor is gonna find that. So write that, get real detailed with it, put everything in there, put your heart into this. I mean, this is your gun rights. This is your life. Nobody is gonna fight harder for you than what you are willing to fight for you. And if you ain't willing to do it, then don't even try it. Don't waste their time. If you gonna do it right. Somebody told me that you can accomplish anything with a well-written letter, and this is proof of that. Who would have thought that a felon with an F1 would get out and get their gun rights restored? If I could do it, I know that you can do it. So the letter is not the only thing that I had with me when I took to court. I had all of this. This is a packet. This is a bunch of pages. What's in here is job history, resumes, 5 letters of recommendation from people. Everything you put in your packet, in your paperwork, the thing you type out, you want to have proof that everything you telling the judge is true. Because if you can't prove everything, they can deny you. I know how absurd that sounds, but I was really into this, so I was reading other cases where people went forth and did this, and I read one where a dude got denied. The judge really didn't want to get him his gun rights back. Don't know what crime he did, but when he got denied, they said it was because he was unable to prove some of the things that he had in his packet, and one of the things he couldn't prove was that he was married. Crazy.
I need proof.
So what I'm saying is, if you say that you got a job, good job, bring proof of that job to work. Bring pieces of paper if you can. Bring your boss. Bring your coworker. If you say you married, bring your wife to work. If you say you got kids, bring that to work. If you say you got a car, bring that to work. Anything you say that is different from when you were committing crime to now, bring proof of that to court. That is really, really important. The other thing you want to do is make sure you know that law better than the judge, better than the prosecutor. They got to learn tons of laws. They got to defend tons of people. You ain't the only person they see in a day, but all you got to do is know 2923-14. If you can learn that law better than them, which I know you can, you got the upper hand in that courtroom.
All right. For y'all who didn't hear that, I'm going to play it again. I think he said 29-14, but I'm not too sure, so I'm going to play it back.
That to court. That is really, really important. The other thing you want to do is make sure you know that law better than the judge, better than the prosecutor. They got to learn tons of laws. They got to defend tons of people. You ain't the only person they see in that day, but all you got to do is know 2923-14. If you can learn that law better than them, which I know you can, you got the upper hand in that courtroom. Argue, argue, argue. So since I had read other cases, I had a good understanding of what to expect when I got into that courtroom for my hearing. I know that they didn't always send the prosecutor out, but when I got to court, the prosecutor was there. Dang. So I'm thinking like, dang, man, I really should have got a lawyer. I don't know how I'm going to argue against this prosecutor. He's well practiced in the law, but I did my homework. At that time, I wasn't thinking about it like that, but I'm pretty sure I had studied that law way harder than anybody else in that room. And that gave me the upper hand. The prosecutor gave a ton of reasons why he felt like I shouldn't have had my gun rights back. Well, I ain't gonna say a ton, but he gave his reasons. Everything he said, I had a reply. Everything he said, I had a rebuttal. Everything he said, I was able to fight and prove to him that he was wrong in that courtroom. And at the end of the day, the judge gave me my gun rights back.
I can't believe you actually won.
So this right here, I don't know if y'all can see that, but that's it. And the matter came before the court on May. Hearing applicant Scott motion for relief from weapons disability. The court determines that the applicant met all the statutory requirements to be eligible for relief from disability pursuant to Ohio Revised Code 2923-14. Therefore, the court grants the applicant's motion and hereby restores the applicant Scott all civil firearm rights pursuant to Ohio Revised Code 2923-14, subject to the conditions forth therein. So there's conditions. The conditions is if you commit another crime, they're going to take your gun rights back. But I bought this out to show you. I redacted a bunch of shit because it's a bunch of crazy people on the internet. Y'all do some weird shit. But yeah, it's yours. Get your gun rights back. I know I ain't the most genius man in the world, but what's the difference between me and you?
Your bald head.
You can do it. You can get your gun rights back. Nobody's going to fight harder for you than you're going to fight for you. I'm on this channel. I'm trying to do some things. I'm trying to spread the word. I'm trying to inform everybody. Rights Restored is not just me. This is for all of us. Every felon out there that get their gun rights back, hit me up. We're going to link up. We're going to hit the range. We're going to do some things. Bruh, get your gun rights back. Spread the word. Let everybody else know. Because afterwards, I was like, you know.
Now, let me ask you a question. How many convicted felons love guns? They got so many convicted felons love guns, but can't ban them. They can't own them. If they get caught with them, they going to jail, and they're going to jail for a long time. They're trying to give you 10 years and up. You know what I'm saying? Because you're a convicted felon and you got caught with a firearm. But they got a lot of people that ain't with that bullshit no more. They just got a firearm to protect themselves because they got so much shit going on. You know what I'm saying? They got so much shit going on out here in this world today. They got too much shit going on. So, you know, of course, motherfucker may be a felon and may have a firearm, but he ain't got the firearm to try to, you know, he's just trying to protect himself and his family. So, how many of you will want to get your gun rights back? You know what I'm saying? Go do things you love like hunting. You know, things you love like going to the gun range. I know I do. Man, look, y'all need to get up on this, man, because I know I don't already started the process. So Y'all join them. You know what I'm saying? Y'all join.
What, I'm gonna just keep it quiet, keep it on the DL, because I didn't want to fight. I didn't want to get in trouble. Then I made that TikTok video, and it got hundreds of thousands of views, hundreds likes, everything, and a whole bunch of people had questions. And I'm like, all right, I got to do something about it. So if you're here, follow me on this journey. I don't know what it's gonna be like. I don't know what's next for me, but I'm gonna keep pushing it. I'm gonna keep going forward. I'm gonna keep spreading the word, letting everybody know that you got the right to get your gun rights back. Once you get them, be careful. Once you got that paper in your hand, I made 30 copies of this. 33, I don't know what number. I just put a number in the printer, and I got one everywhere, one in every gun box. Got one in this gun box, one in that one.
I need you to make 5 copies of these.
This information ain't just for me. Like, share, subscribe. You know a felon, you think he's eligible, you think he wants his gun rights back, tag him in this video, send it to him. If y'all got more questions, hit them down in the comments. I'll be happy to answer your questions. Thank y'all for all the support y'all showed me on TikTok. And we're going to do this for all the felons that ain't got their gun rights back. This information ain't just for me.
Man, real talk, man. Dude who summoned this, man, I'm glad he sent it to me, bro, because, you know, I want my gun rights back bad, man. You know, I can go to the gun range once I get my license back. I can go hunting. I could do a whole bunch of stuff, you know what I'm saying? I could ride. I go get me a gun and ride in the car with that thing, you know what I'm saying? To protect my family, you know, I got my beautiful little girl, I got my beautiful son, you know, my beautiful wife, you know what I'm saying? They ugly me. You know, I gotta protect them. They ain't gonna go for me because I'm ugly. They gonna go for the ones that's beautiful. You heard me? So I got to protect them, and I'm only 5'3", weighing 137 pounds, soaking wet. Come on, man. Come on, man. I ain't trying to shoot nobody. I'm just trying to protect my people. But I did a reaction on this video, man, just to spread it out a little more. I know he spreaded it. He did. Other people probably did too, but I want to spread it to my people. You know what I'm saying? So when they see this, they can go try and get their gun license restored. Real talk, man. This is Juiceland TV, man. Y'all continue to fuck with me. I'm gonna continue to fuck with y'all. Y'all continue to show me love. I'm gonna continue to show y'all love, man. Real talk, man. Go subscribe to my channel, Juiceland TV. Oh, go subscribe. Go follow my Facebook page, Juiceland TV, my Instagram page, Juiceland TV. Also, go subscribe to Music 101. That's his YouTube page. Go subscribe to his page. Oh, Iceberg Watkins. Go subscribe to his page. Trap Talk Media. Go subscribe to his page. We got a whole bunch of other people on the team. I got to get their names. And you know what I'm saying? You go to music page. Once you subscribe to his page, hit him up and boom. You'll see everybody else you got to subscribe to. But, man, I'm out, man. Peace and love to all y'all. I hope all you convicted felons see this and get serious on going and get your gun laws restored for y'all can start getting your firearms legally and protecting your family. Real talk, because that's what it's all about, protecting your family. One, love y'all, man. Without y'all, I ain't